Jobs in real estate and roles you would not believe are on offer in real estate. We're going to talk about it right now. Even if you're considering changing for 2022, watch this episode.
Good morning, everyone. Welcome to Morning Minutes. Myself, Michael Virgin, Mark Novak, episode 575. The roles in real estate you did not know existed. It's a very exciting. I think this is good, especially people who, like a lot of people look at real estate and just be like, you're either a sales agent or a property manager. But they because people love property, but they may not want to be that salesperson. And they may not want to be a property manager. And they're like, but I just love dealing with property and seeing different properties. And especially if we compare it to back in your day, Mark, when you started, to how many roles now and are in an agency besides a sales agent and property manager. Like, take us through it, Mark. Like, what's the deal?
Well, we had a horse.
Yeah.
And we had a person that fed the horse and a real estate agent.
Yeah.
When I first started.
And now?
You tell her. No, honestly, it has changed. We had, I think that it's amazing that in real estate that we've given away, we've outsourced roles as an industry. But then we've insourced roles as an industry. So where we've thought, we don't have to do that anymore, there's no need for that person, then we've taken on another person that would do a different role. So it's really changed a lot. It's really changed a lot.
Real estate's a perfect example. You know when people say, technology is going to replace us? Real estate's a perfect example of the more technology, the more people. So it really goes against the people, like that sort of theory out there that, we'll get replaced by technology. Talk us through even like what social media has created, like a whole nother apartment and that type of media. Talk us through the different roles we've had and we have in that creative.
Yeah, so if you look at, and this is the great thing about real estate, it's just so diverse now. So internally, we've got a media agency, and in our media agency, so that's our own team. We're not employing graphic designers. We're not employing video people. We're not employing video third-party companies. They're all internalized. So Nikki from our office, what does she do, Burge?
Yeah, so Nikki does all like the property videos, the content videos, just where it didn't exist. Well, even when videos came in, it was the one video for the sale ad. And now there's just a lot of content, videos like this show, other shows we do. There's just so much to do with videography now and editing that way. It changes a lot.
So she used to do work for National Geographic with video content. She had all the video stuff. She loved video. She came to our office a couple of years ago. She just shoots video, does some photos as well, but video is most of her work. Manages the 360 tours that are done, stuff like that. Who else in the business? We've got Lisa Glenn.
Yes, so the creative side of things, you just sort of take the lead a bit. Breathing sort of sucks.
So Lisa's doing basically anything. Our media is always moving, so every day there's news tiles, every day there's property news tiles, and then general news tiles. Our COVID numbers we started reporting to people because it was hard for people to find, so we took that responsibility on, which got really good interest. She's doing basically positioning our company every day with different media out there in the business. So anything graphic, she's a full-blown graphic designer, and she internally is just she's busy 10 hours a day just smashing stuff out.
And that's really off the back of social media and those platforms there, where some people, like going back to where people think technology is going to replace us. A lot of people had that fear with social media and all these other platforms, like, oh, you can sell it yourself, sort of things, which opened it up. But if you look internally, having that has just created a whole nother department within the agency. And obviously, which it's not just properties for sale, all the graphics to go with sharing good content. It's huge. What about even in the
Kim Patterson?
Kim, same social like commercial with the marketing.
She manages. She manages your WhatsApp groups.
WhatsApp, yeah, phenomenal sort of technology through there. But that's a very a sales. There's sort of always been that sales. What's it called?
Sales support, traditional sales support.
Yeah, sales support. But there's just so much more to sales support now with WhatsApp, other technologies we use like Bing technology, which are letterbox drops. There's just so much more to it. What about on the rental side, leasing, DocuSign? Like you would think having that technology just creates more roles.
Yeah, so internally in our office, we've got people that are responsible for properties, for rentals. Anyone there this morning I want to say g'day to. Anmol, how are you? You legend. Frida, how are you? Apparently Frida reckons you're cool. Yeah, she reckons you're cool, man. That's my mother-in-law, everyone, Frida.
Yeah. See, that likes me more.
It's the glasses. So with rentals, people like so in the way our rentals team is structured is a property. Morning, Michelle. Property manager will be the head of a couple of hundred properties, 300, 400, 500 properties, and then we've got a couple of 4 different property managers in our business, which are seniors. Then they have underneath them, so they're responsible for the larger issues with the properties. They're responsible with liaising with the landlord with technical issues. Then they have under them, they have another property manager, which is more of a junior role, that will deal with tenants and any of the tenants' inquiries, repairs, maintenance, things like that. Then there's someone in their office or property managers. They've got a crew of 2 under them. For instance, somebody like Sam in our office. Sam's in his early 20s. His main responsibility is getting the properties for rent. So when the tenants are moving out, his responsibility is to find tenants to go in, process application, show the property, process the application, organise the lease. Then he'll hand it back to another team member in his team, and then there's another team member which will do repairs, maintenance, ingoing reports when tenants are moving in, outgoing reports when tenants are moving out, and then feeding that information, interfacing that information back to the property manager so that they can interface it out to the client. So they're like pods.
Yeah, and sort of what we've gone on, it really shows if you're looking to get into real estate and you go, I'm not ready to be those 2, like the more traditional roles that you think only exist. After what we've sort of gone through today, it shows you there's so many opportunities that you can get in with property. Like you may have that combination of loving to do creative stuff like videos and marketing, and you can combine that with property agent content as well. Like you could be wanting to do videography and that be your later career, but you need somewhere to start, especially with how social media is going. There's probably a lot of opportunities with real estate agents and offices to create content, which then you may make more of it in property or create your own company, do other designs. But there's so much, I think, there, which just wasn't there. It was so, when you look back to probably like real estate back before, it was the property ad, not much brand stuff, not much independent agent stuff. Like there weren't as many brands within brands, how it is now. But yeah, anything else?
Well, it was only the other day. Yeah, the other day I was having a chat to the office about how we used to do photos. So we used to take the photos. Um, when we took the photos, we took the film. Believe this or not, I took the film from Freshwater to St Leonard's. The roll, I got the rolls developed, the photos there. I went and collected the 24 photos and brought them back to the office because I only did 24. I think I went to 36 later. Then I would go back to the office. I would say to support, that's the photo that I wanted. Support would go down to the Manly chemist and print 50 of the photos that I liked and stuck those photos to a piece of paper. And that piece of paper was our brochure. It's changed. If you look at what Ileana does, Burge, within our office,
Yeah.
Ileana in our office, fantastic weapon, puts together the proposals. So we have a pitch when we are pitching to clients. It's a really nice leather-bound book. She will put that pitch together for each proposal. We can do 70 or 80 proposals a month, which is 3 proposals a day. So it's a hell of a lot of work to get those organised, put together. They're all custom around the client, so they all are tailored with client's details on it, client's comparison properties on there, client's price, client's commission. They're all tailored for the client. It's a big job.
Yeah, it's huge. And like when you look at that, even from what you described as brochures before to now being like a QR code, brings up like a digital brochure with so much information. So it's insane that the technology that's come forward and the different roles. So I think once people hit, like, it's hard to, like, how do you know this information if you're at high school and you're like, I want to get into real estate or work with property, but what roles are out there? So I think it's good to get the message out there. What's Michelle?
And you know what?
Gluing photos.
On there. But you know what? What I recommend to people if they do want to get into real estate, do a trial, because sometimes the team isn't quite you or the industry isn't quite you with whatever business that you're going in. I always recommend a good old-fashioned work experience trial. Take a holiday leave for a week of work. If you've got a full-time job already, take some holiday leave and go and work in a real estate agency with a friend or something, or a client, someone that you know, or for a week, and see how it is. I think that's a great idea. If you're looking to get into the industry, it's a brilliant way to go. Is it really what I think it is? Let's have a try.
Yeah, and a lot of what we forgot to say as well, the extra roles that we're talking about, you really only see in large offices, 20, 30, 40, 50 staff. If you go down to the smaller mum and dad offices, maybe one property manager, they sort of do it, but they don't have an individual role. So you would be the property manager and the creative design, or they just don't do it. So if you're hearing this and you go, that sounds exciting, that's what I want to do, videographer sort of within real estate, you sort of need to steer to the bigger offices that have that leverage to have those staff. It's still quite traditional at your other office, the smaller offices. So just be mindful of that. You don't want to go to an office that has a director and one property manager and be like, I want to do all this, do this one single thing. You'll be asked to do many other roles. So, which could be also good, hey Mark, because you may think you want to do one thing and then you don't like it, and you may not be able to do the other thing. Where if you do a little bit of everything in your first couple of years or year, it really exposes you. Because I think a lot of people, what they think they want to do is not what they are liking or end up doing. So.
Oh, and the odds are you're not going to do it. The odds are you get into real estate, you're going to find your niche and what you're really, really good at. Luke Moroney says you'll learn so much about numbers, money, property, cash flow, growth. Lisa Novak says, shout out to Rob, our legendary photographer. Another role in the business that is just absolutely nuts. These guys become our best buddies. And what you learn, and that's where you learn the most. Yeah, it is. When you're out there and you're agile on your feet, trying different stuff and seeing what you like. Super important, because how many people actually I think it's a bit like it's a bit like dating, where you don't sort of marry the first person that you meet, and I think real estate's a bit like that as well. Within terms of your roles, there's different stuff that you just don't even know is out there available. That what you like, what you don't like. Give it a go and have a try. Are there any other fantastic people or roles in the business that we've missed? I don't want to get in trouble.
That's all right. It sort of covers it. There's always additional people. So
good old-fashioned salespeople, even amongst our sales force, like everyone operates so differently. You would think that everyone's pro-social and off they go, but everyone just operates so differently internally, and they're all very successful. There's commercial. Nathan and Georgia, they're guys in our business. Nathan, leasing expert for commercial, absolute weapon. Happy guy, putting deals together. He's learnt so much in 10 months. Georgia, again, learned so much in 10 months. Like, talk about a commercial property manager that's had to learn, that's had a hardcore training ground. COVID for a commercial property manager was just...
you'll get through forever. Like, this year for commercial
massive.
Property management, insane. So she's done amazing with the help of Vanessa as well.
Well, Vanessa Ball's been phenomenal. She's been backboning the numbers, and Georgia is the commercial property manager. Vesna, she's pretty much at her desk from 7:30 in the morning, and she's crunching the numbers accounting wise. She's qualified accounting. And she's all the money that comes in and out. What people don't realise is when, for instance, someone like us, when we're managing 1,650 properties, you're managing about 10 to 15,000 payments in and out during the course of a month, probably even more. So when you're managing those 10 to 15,000 payments, everything has to be accounted for to the cent. That's what Vesna does in our business.
Beautiful. All righty. I think that's a wrap. Thank you.